there was one piece of data that you said in the film that stuck with me, and I heard an audible groan in the room, because I feel like by the end of this film, you still really don't know what happened. I think some of us may have come in thinking like, oh, maybe we'll understand what happened. Some of you may know what I'm alluding to, but there being no fingerprints on the bag stuck with me. Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of all of the things in the film, that is still sitting in my spirit right now. That's not a question, but I want you to talk about that, because everyone in the room made a sound when you said that on screen.
So thank you all for being here. I think it's hugely important. So grateful that you are. That is something that is extremely troubling. It's something that I think I will take to my grave. I know that it is something that the family will take to their grave, that it is something that doesn't make any sense. And I think the fact that you all recognize that is hugely important. I think that what ultimately comes from that, for me, is that it brings some solace, in a way, because I remember when this family got vilified. I remember when this family got attacked. I remember when the family was victimized through the hatred that they got subjected to after this story broke. And people would challenge, why can't they just accept? Why can't they just let this go? But people didn't know what they knew. They didn't know that there were real, serious, legitimate questions that they couldn't get answers to and that cannot be answered. It doesn't make sense. One of the things I'll say too is that when I look at the filmmakers, the guts, the courage for them to make this film, I think has to be recognized. It was tremendous fortitude and risk that they had to take to even engage in this. Time, money, not knowing where this is going, not knowing if and when we would decide we're going to pull away from them. There was a tremendous amount of risk that they were subjected to and courage that they had to exude in order to make this film. And the only people that in this whole ordeal, from my perspective, that had greater courage in order to see this through was the family. It was the family. You're talking about people who shared a horrific set of circumstances that they should have never been made to deal with. And they did so with grace, and they did so with honor and courage and honesty. And they still give up themselves. And when I tell you that they cared about things greater than themselves, it gives me shivers right now. It really does. I know it to be so. I saw it with my own eyes.